everybody, Spider-Kel back once again for the next in my DC Chess collection line, and coming up with number 4, the Penguin. Now this one I've been looking forward to doing because Penguin is one of my favourite villains. He has been since, since I started watching the 1960s Batman, and when Burgess Meredith, I really hope I say that name right because I don't know, it's one of those ones where you say it one way and possibly it's pronounced another. But when he used to do his representation of the Penguin, I always enjoyed it. Always enjoyed it. To the point where I remember hearing a story where the writers for the 1960s Batman always had a Penguin story on hand ready for when Burgess happened to be in town. So that when he came to the studio and said, right, I'm here, they were kind of like, right, there's a story, let's get on with it. So they always had one ready. And it's easy to see why. He was just one of those villains that I absolutely loved watching, and I still do. He's fantastic. I love Danny DeVito's version in Batman Returns. I've loved the cartoon version, all the ones that I've seen. Every representation of Penguin that I've seen, I've loved. So this one was one that I was really looking forward to. Before we get into the figure, again, I'll go to the centre page. And the centre page, obviously, a story that was based on Penguin. Arsenal Terrasmith Penguin Showcase 94. Again, just like the Robin, this is one I haven't read. Quite interesting. I don't quite know what to make of it. I've read the part down here and read... seen the pictures up here. It looks quite interesting. Definitely one I'll have a read of. Not quite sure what I'll make of it, but it's Penguin, so I'll definitely be having a look at it. But that looks quite interesting. So on to the figure. And here we are with the Penguin figure. Now, as with all of them, as I said, there's ones that I've been looking forward to and being disappointed with, ones that I haven't been looking forward to and being pleasantly surprised. This is quite a big mix of different sort of emotions. This one was, as you would imagine, is one that I was looking forward to, and it's one that didn't let me down. I'm really like this. It's not without its faults, a couple of little bits and pieces here and there, but it does not detract from this figure at all. I adore this one, I really do. Onto the face, first of all, and my camera always does that, it's so annoying. There we are, beautiful. His face, my light's a little bit bad because his top hat kind of... There we go, it's a bit better. His top hat was black, blocking his face. It's annoying. Wonderful sculpt. Really good sculpt. Doesn't seem to suffer with the eye problem that a lot of these figures have. And you can see just in there his monocle, which, brilliant. And I love that he's got his... cigarette holder. This figure obviously is based on different incarnations, I think, but this does make me think of the 1960s Penguin, I think, which is why I like it so much, with the cigarette, with the monocle, with the top hat and everything. It's not quite the clothes he would wear, but it's definitely the look of him. It definitely is. Under the top hat that seems to be blocking the light from his face, really nice, gorgeous deep purple, which you can't really see for it. There we go. A beautiful deep purple in the rim of the top hat, which I love that. That's a nice colour. And then onto the purple of the umbrella, because obviously Penguin cannot be without his umbrella. And then we move on to his waistcoat, and he's dressed out in all his finery as he always has been. Has his little tubby belly that he always has. Yeah, really nice. And then his tailcoats, which leads me to the first of my problems. Can you see what it is? It's this bit. What the hell is that? That almost looks like it's, I mean, you can see if I can find a pen or something I can point this out with. And you can see that here is where the tear in his, or like the natural cut in his tailcoat should be. And this just looks like they've kind of started doing it and then someone sneezed and went off to the side. And all of this is cracked around here, and it's really not, from there onwards, it's fine. And then you get to there, and it's just a great big, so that's a huge disappointment. Very disappointing. Does really let this figure down. Another point there, you can see a bit of white paint on the handle of his umbrella. which is a huge shame. I love his trousers, they're brilliant. Purple pinstripe. There's a tongue twister for you. Purple pinstripe trousers. Really nice detail on there. Really nice paintwork considering. Get the back focus back. Considering you've got the purple with the black lines coming down it. Very, very nice application of the paint. Ruffles in his trousers there in the sculpt, which is really nice. And then down to his shoes. Lovely. The black and the silver. Really, really nice. One thing that I wanted to mention, this isn't a complaint or anything like that, but it is a concern, I guess you could say. His cigarello is, you can see, it's very, very loose. Well, it's not loose, it's attached to him, but it's just very brittle. Brittle, that's the word I'm looking for. Quite a few times where I've kind of like picked them up to move them or put them on, or like when I pick them up to do this review, and you automatically kind of grab him there, my finger slips and it touches that, and I'm just petrified that that is going to snap. I really am. Obviously it's a really, really thin piece. There's nothing that anyone could have done about it. It's a gorgeous detail that you have to have for the penguin, but it's just very, very brittle, so it's just a word of warning, that could very easily snap, and it's something I am quite worried about snapping. His facial expression I think is fantastic as well. He's got his long nose, quite sinister looking. It's just brilliant. This is just a fantastic figure. I mean, you have that problem with his tail coat, but that can't really be helped, I suppose. It's just one of those things. I love how he's really short and tubby, as he always has been. Yeah, really, really good figure. Definitely one of my favourites. Which I've said for a lot of these figures. I said that a lot of these figures are one of my favourites. I had Robin, which I've just done the review for, and he's still here. One of my favourites. Batman, Penguin, Joker, my favourites. But coming up next, in my next review, will be one of my non-favourites. One of my ones that I don't like. So, stick around, and I will be bringing that to you very soon. Until then, hope you enjoyed the review. Take care, and I'll see you soon.